1-year follow-up on my stair refinishing project. I think you can see that they have held up quite nicely. The stairs themselves, these are just construction grade pine staircases. This is what was underneath the carpet when I removed it, but I have soft pine floors in the rest of the house, so for my purposes all I had to do was refinish the pine and it would match the rest of my floor. I stained these, then I used an oil-based polyurethane. I painted the risers with an oil-based white paint, and they've held up really well. If you got really close, you could see a little scratches and dings. Most of that's from my dog's claws, and most of that happened within the first 2 weeks after I put the polyurethane on there. I think it just hadn't completely hardened yet, but for most of the last year, these stairs have just continued to look gorgeous, and I have never cleaned them. You can see some scuffs and scrapes on the risers. I've just been too lazy to get a sponge and some scouring powder and clean that, but I don't think that would be any big task. The switches still work properly. The only part of the staircase that I originally replaced was this landing. This was originally plywood subflooring, and I pulled that out and I replaced it with these tongue and groove boards, which are actually intended to be used as siding on the side of a house. And I flipped them over so that they have these tiny grooves. The other side is notched a bit, so but that matches my existing flooring, as you can see. The existing flooring, however, this is proper subflooring lumber. That's very thick boards. These are thinner, but to compensate, I ran extra joists underneath it. And this is now about the most solid part of the house. Also, while I had that ripped open, that's where I put the transformer for the LED lights, because I have a closet directly underneath my staircase, and so I put a little trap door in the ceiling of the closet, and the transformer is up in there, and I have access to the transformer and the wiring for the staircase that way, should I ever need to mess with the transformer and replace it. The other switch is still working. And that's what a three-way switch is. That means that you've got a switch at either end of a hallway, or in this case a staircase, that both operate the same set of lights. Well, Ginger, what do you say? 1 year later, you still liking it? Yes, she is. Good dog.